After pushing a bunch of buttons in different sequences, I actually got the Pioneer to turn on in diagnostic mode, which is a document feature that's not in the owner's manual, and I couldn't find it on the internet. When I looked, I found a lot of reset procedures, but I finally figured out the key sequence to put this into diagnostic mode, so we can do a little bit of a deeper dive to see exactly what's wrong, and I'll show you which component has failed on this unit. To get into diagnostic mode on one of these units, because I've seen lots of people put video up and lots of questions where they say, well, how to master reset one of these is you hold down the advanced surround and the power on key, and then it'll master reset it. But if the unit won't turn on, you can't master reset it. What happens on these units is they have a lockdown mode, and to get out of the lockdown mode, it's actually the tuning plus button and the auto surround key for 3 seconds. There we go. It's going to give me the amp error, and it's going to lock down again. Now, if I turn it off before it locks up, I can turn it off, turn it on, turn it off, right? Do all kinds of things until it shuts down. I can change inputs until it locks up. Once it locks up, it'll shut down, and then it's dead, and then nothing works. So that's going to be an IPM module that's shot on this, pretty much guaranteed. But we'll just lift the top off it again and see if we can measure some stuff to confirm which one it is. So we know what the problem is going to be. It's going to be an IPM. One of the IPMs is shot. Which one is it? Do we know? Well, there's an easy way to tell. So this unit has a 2-channel and a 3-channel amplifier IC. This is the 2-channel amplifier IC down here, which is for the left and right front speakers. And this is the 3-channel amplifier IC for the rear channels. If we look down on the board, you'll see the 5 inductors for right, left, like front right, front left, surround right, surround left, and center. And if we look down here, we'll see wires that are actually, these are actually the audio wires that come from the specific modules and carry the signal from one to the other. Front right comes from over here. Front left, I think it's coming off of this. Where is it? It's coming off this one here. Oh, that might even be coming off this module. Looks like the yellow wire is coming from here. The surround is coming from over here as well. And this is probably the center over here. This one, I think it's probably the center. That's coming from that one. And the surround right is coming from this module. So they've done things different. You've got your front right and surround right on this one. Your front left, center, and surround left off this one. That's kind of an oddball way of doing things. Anyway, if we connect our meter, put this in a place where you guys can see it. Can we read the meter? Can we read the meter? We need to read the meter. I need to get in here and measure. And I'm just going to put my meter probe on some of the outputs here. We'll start with the front left. And I'll turn the amplifier on by holding down the sequence of keys. And do the big super spread here on the keyboard. Okay, no voltage there. Okay, and it's going to obviously shut down. Let's go to, oh, I see voltage on this one already as the amplifier is powering down. So I have a sneaking suspicion it's this one that's bad. Let's try turning it on one more time to confirm. Spread eagle. 42 volts DC. And then of course the unit goes into shutdown mode and the voltage drops off. Also, are we getting any heat from this module? It's going to be this one here. Oh yeah, this module here is warm, getting warm already. This one's cool. So this is the module that's shot on this amplifier. So if someone wanted to fix an amplifier like this, once you've determined which power module is the culprit, you would have to then try to source said power module. Good luck. I don't know that they're available or not, but even if you could find one, they are not going to be inexpensive. So this one here, the module that's failed, is the PAC014A, which is going to be a 2-channel module. And good luck. Even if you could find one, which I'm not saying they're not available, because this amplifier is only a 2008 amplifier, so I mean it's only 15 years old. So I'm sure that there probably are some of these kicking around in the used market. Whether I would trust a used one off eBay or not, that's another story. I don't think I would trust one, but even if you could buy an original one, I remember buying original modules for Technics units, and the bloody amplifier module at the time, this is going back to like, you know, the late 90s, early 2000s, when Technics were using a lot of these amplifier modules. You know, you could pay $80 or $90 wholesale for a module that you were expected to sell for like $120, and you know, that would push the cost of the repair up to typically about $150, $160. And we changed quite a few of them. When some of the aftermarket the STK ones were usually pretty reasonable. They were usually around the $40 to $50 price range, which was retail, which was a little more reasonable than some of the proprietary ones. This being proprietary, you'd have to get it from Pioneer. Pioneer's going to charge you Pioneer's price. It's not going to be repairable. It's not going to be economical to repair. Anyway, I just wanted to do another quick video on this unit here, just to show you guys how to get into that test mode that's available. It's not as easily documented. In fact, I searched and searched and searched trying to find how to get into test mode, and I found lots of people showing how to do the master reset. Great, no problem. I think that's pretty common knowledge on that one. But I actually tripped over this by accident when I was just tinkering around with it, and I started pushing buttons, holding buttons in together, and it clicked on. I went, what? Oh, I found the test mode. So that's how you get test mode on one of these amplifiers. So now you know, to reset these units, it's advanced surround and power. And to get into test mode, it's auto surround and tune up. And if I do that and I hit the advanced surround and power quick enough, it'll probably ask me if I want to reset it, because that's the mode to reset. And then there's another key you press, I forget which one, but that'll erase all the radio stations and stuff. But that one is quite common. You see that everywhere, but this is the combination. Auto surround and tune up. Okay, I'll turn it off. Now, in the off mode, because now it's in standby because I've reset it, I'll hold down the advanced surround and power. There's the reset mode. See, if I turn it off and on, I can do this. Keep doing this before it goes into shutdown. It'll keep doing it until it detects that there's a fault and shuts it down. Anyway, it's kind of the shits that they've put the right and the right surround on one and the left surround on the other. What I did on an old Sony once that had a couple modules like this was I wanted to use it as a stereo amplifier, and I actually just removed the bad one. And technically this one here, someone could remove the bad one on here, but you'd only have left and left surround and center, because you could use this other one for, you know, so you would have to actually take the audio source for the right channel, disconnect it from the other one and connect it over here, and then use like a left and a left surround output, or rewire the relay. A lot of work to make it work. I did it on a Sony. I should drag that Sony out sometime, because I have a Sony that I can still use. I haven't used it in a while, but it was a surround receiver, and one of the voltage amplifier ICs, it's got discrete outputs on it. Maybe I will drag it out and show you guys how I modded it, if I haven't already showed that. But one of the modules failed, and or one side of a module failed, and the part wasn't available. So to make it work as a stereo amplifier, I took one of the surround ones and I bridged over wires to bypass the voltage amp to make it work for the output. I don't know if I've ever shown that video. Maybe I'll drag the amplifier out. It's been sitting in a cabinet. I haven't used it in years, but it's sitting below my TV, and my old TV. It's an old TV stand, and it's sitting in the cabinet, and it works. Like, it'll work for stereo sound. I just haven't used it in a long time. After the surround blew up on it, I used it just to listen to music, because it had a good amplifier in it. So I used it just to play music through, and so forth. But it hasn't been used in, I'm going to say, probably 10 years. It just sits there collecting dust. Someday I'll tackle trying to locate a used IC for it, or just scrap it. Probably just scrap it. Anyway, That's how you put a VSX style receiver into diagnostic mode, and how you can troubleshoot those IPMs to find out which one is shot. Thanks for watching.